Welcome to Crypto Corner, everyone, your crypto radar for all of the latest news, reviews, market analysis and tutorials that help you master the cryptocurrency markets. Well, it is Friday, end of the week, so of course we're going to go through the markets and we're going to look at some of the news. Also, there is a project that I want to draw your attention to. As you noticed lately, I'm digging out quite a few projects because the bull run is in full force, and of course there's a lot of projects now that are going to flourish, that are going to boom. A lot of them have already boomed, so we don't really want to be putting too much money into projects that have already peaked, and we keep looking for projects that are yet to peak, yet to make these 100, 200, 300% gains and everything. So, and I will talk about a couple of projects that were added to Coinbase just yesterday, and they pumped, some of them pumped quite well. So let's get started. Well, this is what we've got for today, and we're gonna start with the market overview. And today we can see that the markets are actually green again. Well, it was about time, because we did have a few days of strong corrections, and Bitcoin was dropping and dragging the whole market down with it. 2 days ago, everything here was red. Absolutely everything was red. Well, today nothing is red. I mean, at least in the top 20, there is nothing that is red right now today, which is not bad at all. Bitcoin is back to 58,000, again challenging the 60,000 resistance. We're gonna see if we're going to manage to break and stay above it this time, because we have broken it already twice, but we didn't stay above the 60k. And but I mean, with that not really good performance on Bitcoin, I must say, it really opened the door for the altcoins, because a lot of money was going out of Bitcoin into altcoins. We saw that the Bitcoin dominance is actually dropping to really low levels right now. Today has dropped again. I mean, only 0.5%, but really quite a drop. We're now below the 55%, guys. I mean, we haven't been below 55% in quite some time. I did talk about this in the previous episode at the beginning of the week, so I'm not going to repeat myself and talk about the Bitcoin dominance again. But you know that as Bitcoin dominance is dropping, out season is getting in full force, and this is again what we are seeing right now. From the top coins, Ethereum is okay, not too bad, 3% up since yesterday. As you know, Ethereum is really going hand in hand with Bitcoin. Well, not exactly, not necessarily, but you know, most of the time it is. If we look at the monthly here, 19% has added Ethereum in the last month. Bitcoin has added 13. Not too different, I must say. In the last 6 months, 431% for Bitcoin, 486% for Ethereum. So still outperforming Bitcoin, but just a little bit. In contrast to that, for instance, Binance Coin, it did spectacularly well, and it is on the back of the fact that Ethereum fees are too high and are pushing many people away from Ethereum, and Binance Smart Chain is actually competing directly with Ethereum and launching decentralized projects and everything. So BNB is actually doing well. XRP is also doing well. This is amidst the latest court hearings and everything. Now it turns out that we have a bit more positive news for XRP. Perhaps many people are now very confident. I'm still saying perhaps the court case could be resolved in the interest of XRP, so it could be beneficial to XRP holders. People are impatient, they're already buying XRP. It jumped to $1, guys, which is, it seems like quite a lot, but let me remind you again, we have to judge XRP in terms of Bitcoin, especially for early adopters like myself. If you were buying XRP you know, 3-4 years ago, 5 years ago, most likely you were buying it with Bitcoin. You were trading it versus Bitcoin, because at the time there were no exchanges where you could actually buy XRP with fiat money. So if I've put my Bitcoin into XRP, I care about XRP performing well against Bitcoin, not performing well in dollar value. $1 could look like a high value for XRP, but it is 1,760 Satoshi. XRP was 17,000 Satoshi and 20,000 Satoshi. So at 1,000 Satoshi, okay, almost 2,000, but even at 2,000 Satoshi, it is not even close to its highs. So for me, $1 is not a big deal for XRP. ADA is not really doing much in the last day, 2% up. In the last week, almost no change. It still is at that resistance of 125 and support of 106. It is between these levels. Polkadot is up a little bit again, $41 today, 697, almost 7% up in the last week. Also, another coin that is doing really well in the top coins is Filecoin, and this is number 12. It is 12% up today, even though it's 15% down in the week, and that is because it pumped so hard that it went through a correction on its own, and it's already recovering from that correction. It is one of the coins that I have in my portfolio. I mentioned it in my previous episode, so you already know about Filecoin, and this is actually a project that I'm very bullish on in the mid to long term as well. So it stays in my portfolio. I have not exited my positions. Another one that did very well just a few days ago was BitTorrent, BTT, and that pumped quite a lot in the last week, 65%. Today is only 2%. It also is going through its correction, so yesterday actually was quite down. And there's a few other tokens that actually did very well, and this is because this is a tweet that I actually retweeted just a couple of days ago. As I found it, Coinbase posted this tweet, and of course everyone started sharing it, and I shared it as well, because this was a great time to make a quick swing trade. You know, for those who are actually into swing trading, basically again, Coinbase announced that they're adding these tokens. This is 1inch from 1inch Exchange, Engine, NKN, which is new kind of network, and OGN, which is Origin Protocol. So you're probably familiar with 1inch, Engine, Origin Protocol, because I've talked about them in previous videos. New kind of network. It's new, it's a new kind of network. I don't really know much about it, but in any case, I don't know if you had any of these tokens and managed to take advantage of the swing or not, but just as I expected, these tokens actually pumped the moment the announcement was posted, and then they went through you know, a bit of a gaining momentum and everything, and then they kind of went through a correction, and now some of them are recovering already, like Engine, OGN, sort of. But it was a very brief, because with these listings now on Coinbase Pro, what they started doing is they started announcing the coins as they list them on the exchange, but they don't open it for trades for another day. So as they announced this, which was on the 7th of April, and everyone started reposting it. I reposted it within the first half an hour of this announcement being made, and you know, the trading actually starts on the 9th of April. So 7th of April in the evening they're posting this. The next more than 24 hours later, they're actually starting to open trading. So this is a good window for people who are already on other exchanges and can grab these tokens or another exchange and get these tokens before the pump, though, because if you do it after the pump, then there's no point, and then make a quick profit from it. So 1inch did okay, not spectacularly well. Engine did really well. OGN did okay, and NKN also did good. So with some previous listings, we've actually seen better performances, but in this case, Engine did actually a very good performance. So I'm not going to go into the charts of each of these to be showing you, but you can do that yourself. You can see exactly what was the difference. I don't really want to make this video too long, and this is why I'm going to be moving into the news. And before the news, I want to quickly talk about a project which is also the sponsor of this video. This is a brand new project, and I'm really impressed with it. It's called GraphLink, and their aim is to build a platform to make blockchain data easy to read and easy to use for the general public. In other words, you don't have to be a programmer or a coder to be able to use some of these very powerful visualization tools. This can make a big difference by bringing people with completely different skills to this space, which will inevitably bring more innovation, and this is important. With the use of protocols like Graph Protocol or Chainlink as well, for instance, we are already starting to see a new way of designing blockchain applications. So basically, imagine a platform on which anyone can create their own cryptocurrency with the least effort, or perhaps watch the activity of their smart contract, or generate a bot to handle subscriptions, execute trades on centralized exchanges based on decentralized data, however, automatically, all of that through graphs executed on the GraphLink engine. These are just some examples of this project's USP, but what exactly is the problem that is being solved here? It's really the necessity for streamlining data visualization. And we've heard it many times now that data is the new oil, and data plays a key role in real-world blockchain application. However, in a blockchain, the data is distributed. And to analyze this data, visualization is really a great tool, and this is why data oracles and cross-chain data sharing applications and projects are thriving in these past 2 years. Look at Chainlink, look at Polkadot. Blockchain interoperability has been a problem for a while, and since 2019 we are seeing a lot of utility for projects that offer solution to this. Essentially, GraphLink protocol is a set of tools, including a multi-chain engine, developing smart contracts, bots, basic scripted logics, arbitrage on DEXs, and trading on centralized exchanges, and everything else that has been becoming easier with time to deploy. There are platforms out there that let users deploy their own smart contracts or set of trading bots without having to code at all. This way, GraphLink facilitates easy-to-read blockchain data and smart execution of transactions without getting stuck on technical matters. So, effectively, this is delivering an interactive data experience that makes things more accessible, more approachable, and you're better equipped to spot patterns and make forecasts based on those visualizations. And this is all done using graphs. And basically, the graphs are a group of nodes that help automate on-chain and off-chain tasks. The graphs can be built by connecting ready-to-use block codes with a simple drag-and-drop plugins. With GraphLink, you can generate a set of nodes, which are blocks that receive an input and output to a single or multiple other nodes. So you can create your own structure of code with a path of execution that will be launched on the blockchain of the Graph engine, and then you can deploy it on the testnet or on the mainnet engines once you tested it and want to get it in production. One graph can be, for example, tracking network pairs activities on Binance and report statistics to Slack or Discord or Telegram, Twitter, with any conditions that you decide to trigger a possible result. With the help of GraphLink protocol, anything and everything can be automated to suit users trading DeFi and other similar needs. So GraphLink is going to enable everyone to generate and master blockchain data without having to write a single line of code. And as a product-ready platform, GraphLink has the potential to lower the technical barrier for building innovative projects by coders, by non-coders, enterprises, and all kinds of entities, all on the blockchain. It's opening blockchain data to everyday users, not just the tech savvy. This is what I view as a game changer here and why this project sticks out for me. But enough about the project, let's look at the token. GraphLink is right now built on top of the Ethereum network. However, by the end of this year, and this is what is also outlined in their website, the project is planning to roll out their own proof-of-stake blockchain. And as you know, I often watch out for such major upgrades in the future so that I can expect a good market performance of their token ahead of time and accumulate before the event is near. Right now it is 8 cents, 8 cents of a dollar. The ticker is GLQ, as we can see here. And and it's actually had already quite a good performance. It's been launched very recently. I said this is a brand new project. It's only been a few weeks since it's launched. Monday 22nd of March is actually when it's first started to be traded. It's listed on Uniswap, and right now the pair is Graphlink against Ether, but I'm pretty sure that there will be more trading pairs coming very soon. As we can see, it's actually went up quite a bit in the last few days, but this is still the early days. Let's actually go to the full-on trading view chart here so that we can see Graphlink against Wrapped Ether on Uniswap. This is the only chart that I could find right now. I'm pretty sure that as this project gains popularity, we will be seeing more trading pairs happening. I'm basically seeing here a flag pattern that is forming, and this is actually a very bullish pattern. Typically, a flag pattern is a continuation pattern, and in this case it means that I'm bullish on this coin, because as a continuation we see that the trend is actually up, and typically this is what this pattern is predicting. This is what we can expect from this pattern. In fact, let me find my screenshot. There is a, yes, this one. So here you can see this is a continuation pattern, meaning if you are in a downtrend and you form a flag, then it is a bearish scenario. It is, you know, it basically points out to this downtrend continuing. If we are in a bull trend, however, which is what we are having right now, and this is the image on the right, you will see that it shows that we are continuing to go up. This is why I'm saying that it is in fact a bullish pattern in this case, because we are in a bull run. We are coming out from a pump from before that. In fact, we had here a wedge pattern from which we broke out, and as we broke out on the upside, of course, we went higher, and this is the wedge pattern here. This is the breakout. We went higher. Now we correct, consolidating for a little while, and then the next leg up is what I'm expecting to be starting very soon. At least this is what this pattern is showing me. If I look at the RSI, it is in the middle, so this is kind of neutral right now. It's not overbought, it's not oversold, so nothing really strong in terms of RSI. The MACD is showing a something that looks like a potential bullish cross. Let me just zoom in and have a look. This is on the 1 hour, by the way, because this token is being traded too short of a time to be actually looking at it on the daily or anything like that. Yes, there is a bullish cross. Let's just have a quick look on the 4-hour chart as well. Same thing. All right, so I'm expecting that we will be going upwards from here. Even if we are to correct a little bit more, we are still within the parameters of this flag. We have to break out of this flag, and this will be a confirmation for the bullish trend continuation, and then you can actually wait and you can buy the breakout. This is what many traders would prefer to do, because this is the safer way to trade. But I mean, for me, this is already accumulation point, because I really don't see this going down. There's no reason for it to be going down, and it is a new token, so it's yet to be getting more exposure and more popularity. So this is why you know, finding these hidden gems early on is very important. Now let's move on to the news, and I want to talk about Ledger. Not very good news for Ledger, I'm afraid. Let's find out. Okay, and this is basically news that is coming from the Cointelegraph. I'm going to be citing here an article at the Cointelegraph, literally from just 4 hours ago. That was released, so it is the latest news that I managed to find. I had a few other ideas for news to be commenting on today, but then this came out, and I thought this is something that I've already covered in previous episodes. There was this major leak, data breach on Ledger's database, and even though Ledger as a device is really safe, and you know, people can't really force steal your coins out of Ledger, unfortunately their database got breached, and hackers managed to get hundreds of thousands of users' emails and other data. And this is sensitive data, because later we saw that all of us, including myself, and I shared with in previous episodes screenshots, we started getting emails that were some of them were pretending to be Ledger and kind of asking you to go and reset your passwords and stuff like that. These were the phishing emails. Some people actually received emails. I didn't get that. Some people were receiving emails with ransom, kind of, you know, trying to ask for ransoms and, you know, being bullied into giving away crypto and stuff like that. So there's people now who are starting a lawsuit against Ledger for the phishing scams, and apparently some people got really burnt. So the victims are John Chu and Edward Baton, who filed this lawsuit in California against the crypto wallet provider and also against its e-commerce partner, Shopify. And this was filed on the 6th of April. The plaintiffs alleged that the firms negligently allowed, recklessly ignored, and then intentionally sought to cover up the data breach. Now, I didn't realize that, you know, to what extent this was actually going, but from what they have alleged here in this lawsuit, apparently Ledger was really not wanting to publicize this and trying to cover it up. I only found it when Ledger itself was posting this on their website, and of course there were other articles in the media that were discussing this, and this is when I found out. And then later on I started receiving some of those fake emails pretending to be Ledger, you know, asking to reset passwords and stuff like that, which were obviously phishing attempts. And I did warn you about this as well, but I didn't realize that Ledger actually tried to cover it up. So they're saying that had Ledger acted responsibly during this period, much of that loss could have been avoided. And the loss is in fact quite a bit. I mean, one of the guys has lost $267,000 worth of Bitcoin and Ethereum. The other one lost $75,000 worth of XLM. And in these phishing scams that impersonated correspondence from Ledger and probably Shopify as well, because it says here from the firms in plural. The data spanning full names, email, phone numbers, and shipping addresses was eventually posted on the website Raid Forums in the late December of last year. The lawsuit accuses Ledger in particular of failing to individually notify every affected customer or admit to the full scope of that breach. And apparently Ledger only acknowledged the data leak on January the 13th in a blog post that confirmed that access to their database had been a result of the Shopify hack. This is why I don't really like when crypto websites start partnering with you know, other services and things that are not coming out of the crypto industry, because Ledger, that should be the most secure device. I mean, as a device it is most secure, but also if you're going to make the most secure device, then your own security of your own data has to also be really top notch. And the fact that through Shopify you can hack the Ledger database and you can steal 270,000 users' data, this is no joke. This is not something that should be happening. And I'm a user of Ledger. Of course, I like their device. I think that it is a very convenient and useful device and everything, and very safe as well. I do like that device, but also you know that I'm using 4 different hardware wallets because I cannot trust one device. I don't want to put all of my coins in you know, one device, even though technically they're not in the device. I'm not phrasing this correctly, but you know, the device is guarding my private keys for these coins, and I don't really want all of my coins to be in the same wallet with you know, the same private keys that is guarded by one device. That's why I've spread my coins into 4 different hardware wallets, and you will find this linked in the description. I talk about the hardware wallets that I'm using, and I've done reviews on each of them and step-by-step guides on each of them, and you can find them on my blog crypto-corner.com. and also if you look through my channel, through my videos, you will also find I have a playlist for the wallets, so you will find the videos in there as well. Well, this is what we know so far. There's no more details about this court case, and I'm curious to see if how it's going to be ruled, whether Ledger will be actually taken, take the responsibility. Are they going to be paying this? I mean, I doubt if they're going to be forcing them to be paying to cover these kind of losses, because it is not directly Ledger's fault for these losses, so you cannot actually ask them to pay you that money. But there will be some sort of penalty that Ledger will have to pay to these users, and I'm curious to see what would that be. Well, this wraps up today's episode, guys. I don't really want to make it any longer. I know you have other things to do. Well, thanks for staying until the end. And if this episode brought value to you, share it with someone else who would also benefit from watching it. Also, show your support by leaving a like and a comment below. And don't forget to check all of the links in the description. And I've also dropped in there the links to GraphLink, which is such a new project that definitely you have to do some more research and consider it. Place it on your radar. Consider it in your top coins to possibly accumulate, and just keep an eye on it for a little bit, see how you feel about it. But I know that finding it so early on, this is going to be a big winner for me. So in a few months time, I will actually revise its performance and we will see what's happened. As you know, every month I have my coins of the month, and then at the end of the beginning of the next month we revise these coins. But then also I have coins that are sort of medium term, and not the previous, but 2 episodes ago I was actually talking about my top coins in the medium term, and this is going to be also one of those. I'm adding it right now to my medium term hold coins. So make sure that you catch the follow-up episode where I'm going to review these coins and see how have they performed. Well, this is it, guys. I'm signing off, and I'm going to see you in the next one tomorrow.